Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and as you can see once again, we're back in Elden Ring. Now, I haven't been able to record Elden Ring a little bit for the last, better part of a week now I imagine. And I must admit, while I'm still approaching it pretty blind, I've been able to play it, just not record it. So I created a practice character and played around this starting area a bit. And with one or two exceptions, I haven't gone anywhere or done anything that this character has not done. I did accidentally kill the giant beyond the gate. I was just going to step in there and show a few of my friends, oh look, the giant can kill me, ha ha ha. And then I accidentally did rather well and realised, oh, I might actually win this one, so I'd better give it a chance. What have I learned? And I've learned a few things. So I wanted to take some time to get better at the controls, learn these opening opponents a bit better, you know. And generally, yeah, just get used to the controls, the new options. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a few things. I have the Lone Wolf Ashes and I intend to use them. They use 55 FP and we still don't know what FP stand for. But I'm going to try and take out that group over this way. It's going to take a little while. But it can be done with relative ease. And I can use the dogs to fit... Oh. Just a sheep or goat. A creature lowing there on the hillside. So my goal is to take out all of these enemies and take out the knight, the foot knight with the spear and shield. This will get me a lot of runes, but that's not the main reason for doing it. The main reason for doing it is to check if I can do it at level 20, as I was able to do it around the same level with my practice character. Then again, the practice character was a different build, but a slightly different build. I will come in this side. So, coming in this side, I've got a better angle for a backstab, but the wall makes it harder for me to see. There we go. There's the hornblower. So we are going to be very sneaky and try not to die. The not dying part is particularly important. Now, another thing I noticed with my practice character is I had essentially leveled so many times in the starting area that I got to a point where I was kind of needing to move on and go somewhere else. So far, so good. So we're clearing this sort of northwestern quadrant of ruins first. Now we do want to pay attention. There's a man seated by the fire over there. He's going to be a tricky one actually. He's going to be one of the last 3 that we kill. At this point, it's important to do this during the day and not at night when the giant bats are around. Right now, there's a man with a torch there and a dog, and a man with a torch and a dog who patrol. Okay, you. Let's get your attention, and then back up a little, because we don't want your friends joining in. Right about here. Try to break that. The problem is going to be the dog, right? Yep. Dog. Come on, you. No, no, no. See, the dog doesn't want to come out and fight me. It wants to strafe and circle to the left and right, trying to break line of sight. And the problem is that I do need to deal with it, because otherwise it will come in and flank me when I'm dealing with something else, being the patrolman. Right, are you coming now? I have to get you. How the bloody hell did that miss? Well, I'm out of here. Or, hey you. Yeah, you. Dog. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. You're from the fire, aren't you? If so, that will make my life a little bit easier. So there's a man with a spear there. We can get him quite easily. I shouldn't be doing this side. I should be doing the ones on the opposite side of the road. So, plan is stab this man in the back, then stab the spearman in the back. Something else I would like to do is experiment with the arcane stat and get really high item discovery. The problem with this, as I just scuttle behind the tent to drink a healing potion, the problem with getting a really high item discovery stat and really good drop rates is that I will eventually reach the point where I can't really level in this area effectively. And I'm best off... See, those men on the side there, the torches, are the ones I should really be dealing with. Right, I need to make sure that spearman does not... Oh, thank goodness. Does not see me and come for... If he comes to me, it's fine if those are the last people I'm killing off, right? So usually I would kill that spearman, deal with the two dog handlers here. Then the patrolling man with the horn and the one by the fire before dealing with the spearman, the knight with the spear. And I do want to know if you are the one with the... Yes, that's great. Now, these two patrolling on the side with the torches that we're going to deal with can be handled via stealth or the more traditional method. I think I wouldn't mind... Sorry, just knuckles there, being a little stiff. I wouldn't mind a little more face-to-face practice as that... Well, it depends what position they're in, really. Okay. So... This one's tricky when he's down there near the spearman. If we want to tackle the spearman, we can get a good backstab and finish him off. But the torchbearer, right. Depends on the second torchbearer. Alright, yeah, we're just going to sneak then. So, you're going to turn and go back in. You're going to turn around and let me stab you in the back. But if I stab you in the back... while you're near the spearman, that's a problem. Okay, do I just want to fight you? No, okay, no, I can work with this. Impregnate his spine with the sword. There we go. Now, you're going to come back out and fight me, aren't you? That was lovely. So... in terms of levels, I've got my next 4 or 5 ability scores that I'd like to improve while leveling in mind. Do I think I'll get a level out of this? Probably not. Look, are you going to come fight me or what? Okay, you need encouragement. Yeah. Close back to your minimum distance and... Gotcha! So... what am I needing to level? It's around 1800, isn't it, I think? Essentially, I've experimented a bit with the horse, and it does look as if the open world content is intended mostly for just charging up on a horse and murdering things. I hope that's not the case. Interestingly, the horse is disabled in multiplayer, because you're probably all sharing the same horse, but also for some kind of other reason as well. Alright, so now there's just 2 enemies left. 2800 to level? Yeah, probably not going to happen this time. So I should cycle through to the Lone Wolf Ashes. The wolves are an interesting summoning utility. They cost a lot of whatever FP stands for, still undefined, and... right. I think my best angle is actually from the other side of the road. There's a bush I can... oh, hello. Been forgetting about these. How many do I have? 4, so 800. So that'll take me up to 1700. So about another 1100. Am I going to get that? Probably not. So it's not this bush. It's this one. And I can sit right here in the middle of the bush, be well sneaky. And this man apparently has a distinct lack of peripheral vision, possibly due to the shape of his helmet, which is the same as the one I am wearing. He will turn around here and to go back. It would be nice to get a kind of bush to hide in a little bit further down, because if his companion was still seated there by the fire, this would feel a little bit unsafe. Coming this close. Hello. So now, obviously, a backstab would be nice, but I'll just settle for summoning the wolves instead. Hey, you. Wolfpack tactics! Mess him up! Now, they will actually deal quite a bit of damage to him and can even finish him off sometimes. He does like to focus me rather heavily if he believes he can. Ooh, he actually finished a wolf as well. Now, I don't know for certain if the wolves are level based or if they are static. I think they have like static profile. Got him. And he didn't drop anything. But that's okay. Now defeating all of those should have got me any flasks back that I was needing. So I should have probably drunk that after summoning the wolves. But that has got me a nice amount of runes. How many times do I want to kill this group? Probably not too many, but I have reassured myself that I'm capable of doing so. Once I reach the edge of the summon zones where the wolves can operate, they will cease to exist. They'll begin to fade and flicker, letting me know that they will soon depart. Okay, that takes me up to 1,000 extra. So 2,200, 600 more. What else did I want to do? Well, obviously a weapon upgrade would be lovely. I only have... oh, that's not even a smithing stone, okay. So there'll be a few more warriors over here I can deal with. Usually, in my experience, all 3 wolves survive that encounter with the knight, so I would be inclined to say that maybe, just maybe, they are level based, instead of having a static profile. Right, let's get a few more of these flowers. Another thing is, I can sell the things that I craft to the merchant. And that's the wolves going the other way. You did not turn round quickly enough, my friend. And in fact, you're probably not my friend. So, running up like this and going, "Rah!" feels like something I should probably be doing on a horse. But essentially, the encounters are spaced in such a way that I want to just sprint at people and go, "Charge!" and miss, apparently. They're spaced out in such a manner that it feels satisfying on foot, and would probably go a bit quicker on horse. I have experimented with mounted combat, as in I've tried it, dipped my toes in essentially, and it takes a lot of practice riding around people at high speed, timing attacks. It's very easy to mess it up. Now you. Now what's particularly frustrating about this is the fact that I know I've left about half a level's worth of runes in that cavern. That being said, I'm not going to be able to recover them anytime soon. And the other thing is, of course, FP. I need to rest mostly to get them back. The summoning is very resource intensive. It's not something to do on a whim. It's something to do when you really need them, and you're going to have a pretty hard time without them. For the wolves, that is, I'm talking about, not for summoning people. So, oh, hello. Please excuse me. I am going to try really hard to not hurt your crazy donkey, alpaca, giraffe thing. Or you, Mr. Merchant, because that would be most unseemly. Right. 16. I think maybe. Yes. I'll use all of them. There we go. And now I shall gain a level. So, what am I seeking to get here? I've got plenty of vigour. More would always be appreciated. Mind would get me more FP, which would allow me to perform a few weapon skills in addition to wolf summoning. And it would make the summoning a little less... I'd have a few more points so I'd feel a bit more comfortable. Endurance, getting to stamina 100 would be good. Get that load up to reduce equipment load slowly over time. Strength would obviously improve damage output. Right, I'm looking at 18 dexterity to use that flail. I strongly suspect that by the time I get up to an 18 dexterity, I will have found better weapons because I'm not prioritizing a dex build here. It would be nice to boost faith, arcane, and intelligence at some point. Trying to get that discovery up a bit to like at least get arcane up to maybe a 12, I feel would be good. I don't massively feel that I need to improve raw combat stats just yet, so I am going to go with the arcane to artificially, well, not so artificially, raise my discovery rates, which are going to be not that different to before, really. Oh, hello. I'm obviously not... Look, with my practice character, I got arcane up to about a 16. And then, at that point, I didn't quite have the combat stats to capitalize on what I needed to go forward. So, it's something I think I'm going to have to increase steadily. And you... Now, getting that running overhead strike is tricky because, depending on the timing, it can often turn into a horizontal slash like that. But it's interesting to note that we do have a special running, charging attack animation for the heavy attack, which is not used in horse combat, which has its own animations entirely. Alright, you, let's try again. And... okay. Well, that was interesting, unexpected. More bolts, nothing too amazing. I have a feeling the bats are coming soon. Look at that sky. That's starting to look a little gloomy. We're seeing those sort of lavender tones as if the sunlight is fading. But mainly the purpose of this episode was just to get the wolf pack out and kill that knight with the big spear and shield. You know, a little vengeance therapy essentially. After that, I'd like to either begin learning the movesets of the giants. Also, slaying that leaping giant allowed me to learn that it's not unique and it does come back afterwards. I also see that it seems to be standing up on a bridge with lots of swords in it, which is a place I'll probably have to fight it again later on. I do like that strong counterattack after a block. It's very reassuring. It's just very satisfying just to, you know, take the attack on the shield, then smack them back really hard and go, ha, you weren't, you know, you're not going to take that, are you? Alright, let's, poison ball. Now, go away. Getting these to come down can be frustrating. Right, you going to come fight me now? Yes, good. Excellent. And there's a second one somewhere around here. Oh well, in the meantime... ah, there you go. Perfect. Are you going to stay still long enough for me to cut your head off? No. Okay. Come on. Come on. You can do this. Are you coming now? Damn it. So close. So the problem with these particular creatures like this, and some of the other animals, is that they can prove very troublesome in combat if you've just slain a very dangerous foe and one of these things gets targeted and runs away or is just in a very bad place and leaves you to get murdered by the other dangerous foes you were actually dealing with in the first place. Right, you. Gotcha. My persistence has paid off in the end. Right then. Back where we began. A strip of white flesh. Now that's one of the healing items to be used while mounted, isn't it? Yep, definitely getting dark now. So, I haven't forgotten this game, I haven't abandoned it. I know it didn't get a lot of views, and that's not the only reason why I play and record games, though. You know, I don't record everything I play, but I do want this to be a blind playthrough, and I'd like to keep recording and sharing it with you all. Maybe a whole load of Dark Souls fans will turn it up and go, oh hey, Elden Ring blind playthrough. Oh, this guy calls himself a Dark Souls hater, he's a real dickhead, isn't he? He doesn't even understand that the lore is unfinished and the writers can't even be bothered. It's like, yeah, yes, I know, that's the problem. There was actually an amusing thread on the Elden Ring forums recently. There was someone complaining. Oh, hello. Yep, you get killed as well then, fine. Beast blood. Well, we get more and more new things. So the bats have a kind of sonic attack that makes dealing with them tricky, and unfortunately they also have that flying up out of reach thing. So that is why I prefer not to handle them at the moment. I'll probably need to get used to handling them at some point. Hey, what's that? That is a message and not a glowing skull. The bats are indeed out in full force. And I think I've done enough. This is one of those nights where I'm going to do one of my 3 different games in a night challenge. And I thought I'd better do this one while I was still fresh and full of energy, rather than approaching it later on. So yeah, after this I'll be recording some more of Steve Jackson's Sorcery, and also some more Battle Brothers with the new DLC as well. See, yeah, the new Battle Brothers DLC is another reason why I haven't been able to record so much Elden Ring recently. But hey, there we are. I got another level. I've defeated that group there now, which is great. And now the map's functioning, so that's also good, because the key binding for the map is not listed in the keyboard and mouse configuration options. And so you can't reconfigure it. It's always just G. And the fact that it's not listed means you can't look it up either. So anyway, I did alright here. You know, our aging veteran is preparing to continue his quest. Currently his quest is lacking in direction. But then the old man down there with the hood did say that being tarnished and without a maiden and something to do with fingers, you know, being separated from those organizations, cast out without an invitation into a certain castle, it's like, okay, we're supposed to feel left out and disconnected at the moment, right? This may change in future. For now, though, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'm going to say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone.